Ancient Rome, the iconic civilization known for its engineering marvels, legendary conquests, and infamous leaders. Yet, for all its grandeur and detail, some secrets from the empire remain unsolved. Today, we're uncovering 9 ancient Roman mysteries that continue to baffle historians and archaeologists alike. From vanished legions to puzzling artifacts and cryptic rituals, get ready to dive into the unknown, the unexpected, and the unexplained. A legendary herb called silphium, renowned as a cure-all, was the ultimate wonder of its time, hailed for its ability to treat an astonishing range of ailments. It was also prized as an aphrodisiac and even a method of birth control. Its value was so immense that it rivaled gold, making it one of the most coveted commodities in the ancient world. Silphium was more than just a medicinal marvel. The Romans incorporated it into cooking, perfumes, and even livestock feed, reportedly transforming sheep's meat into a delicacy of unmatched taste. Every part of the plant served a purpose, roots, leaves, and all. It was the Swiss Army knife of ancient herbs, beloved and indispensable. But what exactly was silphium? Well, nobody knows for sure. Silphium no longer exists, lost to history and over-harvesting. Ancient records praise its miraculous properties, yet no physical trace of the plant remains. The famed Roman author Pliny the Elder noted that during his lifetime only a single stalk of silphium was ever found. That lone specimen was immediately sent to Emperor Nero as a gift, and with that, silphium vanished, its legacy reduced to whispers in ancient texts. Historians believe silphium's extinction occurred well before Pliny's era, likely in the 1st century AD. But could it still exist? Some cling to the hope that silphium might not be gone forever. Biologists speculate that the plant could be hiding in plain sight under a different name, its identity lost through centuries of botanical evolution. Others suggest it may have been a hybrid herb, unique to its time and impossible to replicate. Both theories keep the dream alive, that silphium could one day reappear and reclaim its legendary status. But for now, silphium remains an enigma, a relic of a world long past. In 1739, a bizarre artifact was unearthed in Hertfordshire, England, a Roman relic unlike anything seen before. It was a metal dodecahedron, perfectly crafted with 12 flat faces, each featuring a circular hole of varying size. Along its edges were small knobs, adding to its strange design. Since that initial discovery, over 100 similar objects have been found scattered across Europe, most commonly in the Rhine Basin, the heart of the ancient Gaul region. Yet for all their precision and abundance, their actual purpose remains a mystery. What makes these dodecahedrons so perplexing is the complete absence of any mention in Roman records. Despite their reputation for meticulous documentation, the Romans left no notes, no inscriptions, and no clues to explain the purpose of these curious items. Historians and archaeologists have scoured ancient texts, not just Roman, but Greek and those of neighbouring civilizations, in hopes of shedding light on the mystery. So far, their efforts have uncovered nothing. Some propose these objects were simple decorative pieces or toys, crafted more for amusement than practicality. Others suggest more sophisticated purposes, including measuring devices for distances or gauges for knitting gloves. Some believe they held ceremonial or religious significance, acting as tools for rituals or astronomical calculations. There's even speculation they were weapons, such as mace heads or projectiles, though their lightweight design raises doubts. The lack of consensus only deepens the intrigue. Were these dodecahedrons symbols of status, objects of art, or tools of forgotten scientific practices? Could they have been used in rituals, connecting their users to the divine? Or are they remnants of a mundane purpose lost to time, one that no longer resonates with the modern world? Unless an ancient text or definitive artifact emerges to provide context, the Roman dodecahedrons may forever remain an unsolved mystery. The Romans were masters of meticulous record keeping, documenting everything from battles to bureaucracy. That's why the disappearance of Legio IX Hispana, an Imperial Roman army legion, remains one of ancient Rome's most perplexing mysteries. This legion, whose origins trace back to Caesar's Gallic Wars, was a formidable force with a well-documented history, until AD 109. At that time, they were stationed on Britain's northern frontier, tasked with defending the empire from the fierce Scottish tribes. And then, they vanished. Fast forward to the reign of Marcus Aurelius over 50 years later. By then, an official inscription listing all Roman legions no longer mentioned Legio IX Hispana. This omission suggests that something catastrophic and final befell the legion. But what exactly happened? One long-standing theory posits that the legion was annihilated during a siege against the Picts in Scotland around AD 117, yet no Roman record confirms such a disaster. Adding to the enigma, modern research has uncovered traces of the legion's presence in Germania Inferior after AD 121. This discovery hints that they may have been redeployed, contradicting the idea of their destruction in Britain. Another compelling theory places their demise during the Bar Kokhba revolt in Judea in AD 132, a brutal uprising that could have claimed the lives of thousands of Roman soldiers. But once again, the evidence is inconclusive. Where did this once mighty legion go? How could an entire Roman army unit disappear without a trace? And why were they absent from the legionary census during Marcus Aurelius' reign? Until more evidence comes to light, the fate of this lost legion continues to elude us. Long ago, Baiae was the ultimate getaway for wealthy Romans, famed for its luxurious hot springs and indulgent lifestyle. But time and the volcanic forces beneath it transformed this glamorous resort into a ghost town submerged by the sea. Today, its ruins are a blend of above-water relics and underwater wonders. While much of Baiae has been explored by archaeologists, one feature continues to defy explanation: the Baiae tunnels. These tunnels were anything but inviting. Hidden within a hillside, they revealed themselves as a narrow, dark opening, exuding an unpleasant smell and oppressive heat. Inside the passage was cramped and foreboding, a place that seemed designed to repel visitors rather than attract them. In the 1960s, two adventurous amateur archaeologists, Robert Paget and Keith Jones, decided to uncover the tunnel's secrets. Their goal? To find the legendary Cave of the Sibyl, a fabled site of ancient prophecy. What they discovered was a labyrinth that Paget called the Great Antrim, a network of winding tunnels, flooded pathways, and abrupt dead ends. The deeper they ventured, the stranger the complex became. Paget believed these tunnels weren't just a practical construction, but a symbolic one, representing a ritual journey to the underworld. Drawing parallels to Virgil's Aeneid, he speculated that these passages mirrored the path described in the epic poem. He even entertained the idea that Virgil himself may have been part of a secret cult and had walked these very tunnels. Most experts, however, remain skeptical. While it's widely accepted that the tunnels likely held ceremonial or religious significance, their precise purpose remains shrouded in mystery. Were they a sacred site for rituals, a hidden domain of ancient priests, or something else entirely? The Baiae tunnels continue to captivate and perplex, their secrets buried within the hillside. In ancient Rome, some traditions were shrouded in secrecy, hidden from public view and deliberately kept from the historical record. Among these were the mystery cults, secretive religious practices that flourished in the Greco-Roman world, their rites and beliefs known only to initiates. These clandestine ceremonies, intentionally undocumented, have left modern historians with tantalizing fragments of a lost world. One of the most famous examples of a mystery cult is the Eleusinian Mysteries, an ancient Greek celebration honoring Demeter, the goddess of agriculture. In Rome, a parallel faith took root, Mithraism, a mysterious and exclusive religion centered around the god Mithras. This deity may have been inspired by the older Zoroastrian god Mithra, but the exact connection remains unclear and hotly debated. Mithraism emerged in Rome during the 1st century AD and quickly spread across the empire, becoming a prominent faith among soldiers and elites alike. Followers of Mithras gathered in underground temples known as Mithrae, dark and secretive sanctuaries that reflected the mysterious nature of their practices. Today, over 400 of these ancient ruins have been discovered, providing physical evidence of Mithraism's once widespread influence. Despite its popularity and reach, the rituals and beliefs of the Mithraic mysteries remain a puzzle. No written records of their ceremonies have survived, and the initiates, bound by secrecy, left behind no first-hand accounts. What we know comes only from archaeology and scattered references by outsiders, offering fleeting glimpses into a religion that was clearly significant, yet deliberately concealed. Without written evidence, these mysteries are likely to remain unsolved, leaving us to imagine what secrets this ancient faith might still hold. Just beyond the ancient walls of Pompeii, perched on a hill that once offered a sweeping view of the city, lies a villa unlike any other. Among the ruins of grand Roman estates, this one stands apart, remarkably well preserved despite the cataclysmic eruption that buried Pompeii. Over 2,000 years old, its structure remains largely intact, and its walls hold something extraordinary. Intricate, vivid frescoes that continue to captivate all who see them. At the heart of this villa is a room that would have been the centerpiece of elegance, a dining area measuring roughly 15 by 15 feet. The walls of this room are adorned with a continuous fresco that wraps around 3 sides, a masterpiece of ancient artistry. It depicts an array of figures engaged in enigmatic activities, all set against a bold, deep red background. It is this room that gives the villa its evocative name, the Villa of the Mysteries. But what is the mystery? The fresco's meaning has puzzled scholars for generations. Some believe these images provide a rare glimpse into one of Rome's secretive mystery cults, perhaps tied to the worship of Dionysus, the god of wine and ecstasy. They propose the villa could have been a sacred space for initiates of this cult. Others propose a different interpretation. The frescoes might depict a bride on her wedding day, chronicling the rituals and emotions of a momentous life event, whilst another theory suggests the scenes might represent excerpts from a theatrical performance, their drama frozen in time on the villa's walls. Despite their exquisite detail, the exact purpose and meaning of these frescoes remains elusive. Are they sacred, ceremonial, or celebratory? Or could they have served a more personal, symbolic purpose? For now, the Villa of the Mysteries continues to intrigue, offering a tantalizing glimpse into a world forever preserved in the shadow of Vesuvius. Rome's dedication to record keeping has left us with detailed accounts of their history, largely thanks to historians like Titus Livius, better known as Livy. Livy undertook an extraordinary endeavour, writing a monumental 142-volume work titled From the Founding of the City. This incredible chronicle spanned over 500 years, tracing Rome's journey from its mythic beginnings as a small kingdom through its Republican era and into transformation into a powerful empire during Livy's lifetime. His work provided a detailed tapestry of Rome's history, shedding light on both its celebrated triumphs and its lesser-known chapters, such as the Roman kingdom. Yet despite the magnitude of his achievement, time has not been kind to Livy's magnum opus. Out of the original 142 volumes, only 35 have survived in their entirety. The rest, tragically, are lost to history. Ironically, it was Livy's own passion for thorough documentation that helped preserve some of his work in another form. Others, inspired by his writings, created condensed versions, most notably the Perioeci, a summary of Livy's volumes. This abridged version gained popularity for its accessibility and ensured that fragments of Livy's insights endured. The legacy of Livy and historians like him is invaluable, as their efforts build the foundation of Rome's historical narrative. Yet the loss of much of Livy's original work is a humbling reminder of the fragility of history, leaving us to wonder what other secrets of the past might remain untold. In the ancient city of Gabii, 11 miles east of Rome, archaeologists unearthed something extraordinary, a sarcophagus unlike anything seen before. This wasn't your typical Roman burial. Dating back 1700 years, the coffin was crafted from lead, an incredibly valuable material at the time. Weighing nearly 1,000 pounds, its sheer weight and unusual design immediately set it apart. Instead of the standard rectangular shape, this sarcophagus was folded over itself, creating an enormous lead burrito. Its peculiar design sparked an obvious question: who was important enough to be entombed in such an extravagant coffin? Given the cost of lead during the era, only someone of immense status could have afforded such a burial. Was the occupant a revered priest, a powerful dignitary, or perhaps even a celebrated gladiator? Each possibility adds to the intrigue, but the truth remains frustratingly elusive. The sarcophagus's thick 1-inch lead walls have rendered X-rays and CT scans useless, blocking every non-invasive attempt to peer inside. Forcibly opening it risks damaging the remains and losing priceless historical data, a risk archaeologists aren't willing to take. So for now, the secrets of this lead sarcophagus remain sealed, locked away beneath its heavy folds. In 2013, during construction on London's Crossrail project, workers made a chilling discovery beneath Liverpool Street. While digging a tunnel, they unearthed several dozen human skulls. When archaeologists stepped in to investigate, they dated the bones back to the Roman period. But this wasn't an isolated find. In the 1980s, archaeologists uncovered 39 Roman skulls nearby in the Walbrook Valley. The recurrence of these disarticulated remains has only deepened the mystery. Why were these skulls separated from their bodies? And how did so many end up concentrated in this area? One possibility points to Boudica, the fierce queen of the Iceni, who led a bloody rebellion against Rome in AD 60. Her forces attacked Londinium, leaving a trail of devastation behind. Could these skulls belong to those who perished during her uprising? Another theory suggests the site may have once been an ancient cemetery, gradually eroded over time. As the earth gave way, bones could have washed downstream, leaving skulls behind in their current resting place. But some historians wonder if the truth is far darker. Could this have been the site of a mass execution or gruesome murders? Or does the answer lie in religion? The cult of the head, a practice originating in the Iron Age, involved using decapitated heads for rituals and sacrifices. Such a faith could explain why so many skulls were concentrated in one area. Each theory has its merits, yet none can claim definitive proof. For now, archaeologists continue to investigate, piecing together clues from this macabre find. And there we have it, 9 mysteries from ancient Rome that continue to puzzle and intrigue us after all this time. From lost legions to secretive rituals, these stories remind us how much there is still to discover about one of history's greatest civilizations. If you've made it this far, please do consider subscribing to the channel, it really does help us out a lot. And as always, thank you for watching, stay curious, and we'll see you on the next one.